guys, welcome back to Vivid Artistry. My name is Emily Artist, and today we are doing yet again another look for the 13 days of Halloween. I'm going to be doing a werewolf or a wolf type look and glam it up a little bit, and I'm going to be using soap brows in order to get that kind of shaggy brow look. So if you guys are interested in how to do soap brows and how to get this look, then keep on watching. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my soap brows. So it's very easy, very simple, and all you need is some soap that is glycerin based and has no fragrance or any color to it. Then you're going to need a spoolie and you're going to need water, whether it's in a spray bottle or in a dropper, just some form of water. So I have my little soap case. My fiance actually 3D printed this for me, which is very sweet of him. And this is my soap. This is the spoolie I'll be using. And then I have a little travel size spray bottle of water. So literally all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your water and you're going to spray. And another reason why I like these is you can bend them. This is a really good trick for anybody if you're doing makeup on someone and you need to really get into those lashes for mascara. I love bending it like this. After you put it into the product, obviously you can't double dip, but you're not supposed to at that point because it's someone else's eye. And then you just bend it and then you really have a lot of control. Then you just take it. So you keep doing that until it gets sudsy. Then once your bristles are nice and coated, you're then just gonna go ahead and brush it upwards through the brow and make sure that everything is nice up and out. Alright, so whenever you're done with that, you should have something like this. So I've also been sitting here and using my cute little panda butt fan to fan it completely dry because you can't really do anything with it when it's still wet and sudsy. But once it's dry, it will feel very stiff and secure, like you put gel in your eyebrows. Like an eyebrow gel. Wow. Who would have thunk? So now that your eyebrows are looking a little crazy, I am now going to be taking my Benefit Brow Contour Pro in the shade Brown Light. So I'm going to be using that dark shade and I'm just going to lightly flick to kind of fill in a couple areas at the end of my brow. Alright, so now that my eyebrows are filled in, I used a contour shade to kind of fill in the front and then a darker contour shade to really help with the ends. So I'm really liking how this looks so far. It does look messy and scraggly, but that is the entire point. So now I'm going to lightly shape this. I'm not trying to get that super structured look that I always go for. At least underneath, I'm going to make it nice and structured, but when it comes to the top, I just want to kind of even out a couple things, but not necessarily do a very structured look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, and when I come back we are going to jump right into the eyeshadows. So now that I'm looking like Groucho Marx, we're just gonna jump into the eyeshadow now. So I'm gonna be jumping into my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I will be taking the shade Sauced and mixing it with Low Blow. So I will be taking those two shades on my Sephora 19 brush, and I will be placing that in my crease from the outer corner to the inner corner and blending it up toward the eyebrow. I will now be taking the shade Cayenne, and I will be using that on the same blending brush, and I will be focusing this shade more toward the outer corner, but I will be bringing it about halfway into my crease as well. Alright, so pardon the next palette that I show. It is very dirty, I understand that. I will be taking the first Jaclyn Hill palette that she did with Morphe, and I will be taking this orangey rust shade, and I will be placing that right on the outer corner and also bring it a little bit into the crease as well. I will now be taking this deep brown shade, and that is from that same Jaclyn Hill palette that I just used, and I will be taking a more precise blending brush, and I will just be focusing this color right on the outer corner and then very tightly put this in the crease. Technically, in my case, I'm going to be putting it slightly above the crease. That way when I open my eyes, you can see the color. Alright, so now that I have something like this, I'm very happy with it. I am now going to cut my crease about halfway. I'm now going to be jumping into my Huda Beauty Nudes palette, and I'll just be taking the really lightest shade in here called Bear, and I'm just going to set my lid with that. Alright, so now that that is the eyeshadow completely done on the lid, I'm now going to go off camera and do the rest of my face and pop on a black wing liner, and when I come back we will finish up the eye look. Alright, so this is just my foundation and bronzer and a little bit of a like an orangey blush, and I took the bronzer on my nose and I made it really defined so it looked a little more feline-like. So I have many different colored eyeliners, and we are going to use different colored browns and different highlighting tones as well. Using different tones gives you highlights and lowlights, and it makes it look more hair-like, which is what we're kind of going for. So I'm going to lightly direct the hair in like a kind of swooping motion so that it kind of contours my face a little bit, and the bronzer underneath creates a nice warm base for it, and then just kind of work my way around the helmet portion of the head. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and I will show you the products that I used after I did it, because it's gonna be a lot. I can already tell it's gonna be a lot of different products. Oh, and they're all going to be pencil or powder products. I am not going to use a liquid liner at all. Alright, so I completely forgot that before I came back I said that I would finish up the eye look, and I just completely skipped over that and jumped into the main part of this video, so I do apologize for that. But I think I just wanted to go ahead and get it over with. So this is what I have come up with as far as hair-like strokes go. Overall, I'm actually kind of happy with it. I've never done a look like this before, so I'm very pleased. So I'm just going to show you the exact colors that I used. I used this NYX liner in the color Urban Cafe. I used this Dior pencil in the color Intense Brown. I used this Kat Von D lip pencil in the color Swanley. And I used Urban Decay's Brow Blade, the ink stained side, in the color Brunette Betty. So I know I told you that I wasn't going to use a liquid liner, but I ended up using that because it's not as pigmented as a liquid liner is. So it's more see-through, it's supposed to look hair-like, so I decided to use that, and that's what I used honestly for the majority of it. So overall, I'm actually very happy with how it turned out. I'm now going to do what I said I was going to do before, and I'm going to finish up the eye look. Alright, so I'm going to repeat basically everything that I did in the crease. So I'll be using the colors Sauced and Low Blow from the Heat palette, from the outer corner to the inner corner. I will then be using the shade Cayenne and going from the outer corner to about midway. And I'll be placing that orangey rustic shade from that Jaclyn Hill palette in the same place. And then I will be placing that deeper brown shade from that Jaclyn Hill palette from the outer corner to the outer corner. So it's just gonna hang out right there. I know I said to bring those first two shades all the way into the inner corner, however, I forgot that I wanted to look a little more cat-like, so I left a little bit of space underneath, so still bring them very close to the inner corner, but don't actually hit it. So I'm going to be taking my Precise Liner brush by Sephora Collection, and I'm going to be taking the orangey shade from that Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to start from here, and I'm going to kind of angle it down this way. It's not going to connect with the nose at all, but it's just going to kind of have that angle down. That way it'll look a little more feline-like. Alright, so I'm now going to go ahead and take my black liquid liner, and I'm just going to draw out a little black nose and a line leading down to the upper lip. Alright, so I'm now going to put a black lipstick on my top lip and a more warmer tone lipstick on my bottom lip. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on my mascara and lashes, and when I come back, it will be the final look. Alright you guys, so this is the final look. I am actually very happy with how it turned out. I have not done a look like this ever, so I think this is great for a first time. I hope you guys learned a lot from this video, and for those of you who are curious, I am using the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Plath on my lower lip, and I think it matches very perfectly with the warm tones of this look. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video, comment down below on looks you would like to see me do, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and also please subscribe to the channel. All of this really does help me out a lot, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the next 13 days of Halloween video. Bye!